Happy, Mr. Happy, Happy.
Good night, good night, everyone, and welcome to tonight's call. My name is Kathleen Allen, and I'm your hostess for tonight. Could you put eight in the chat if you can hear me clearly? Just want to make sure everything is all set before we get going tonight. Yeah, so let me see if any eights in the chat. Where are you guys dialing in from? Why don't you put in the chat where you're dialing in from so we get to know you a bit as we go through this discussion here tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you a business called iBoomerang, and it's a business that's taking the world by storm. And I want to share with you why I'm excited about it, why I'm involved in this business. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kathleen Allen, as I mentioned at the start of the call. I am 53 years old. I live in Trinidad and Tobago. I've lived and worked in Trinidad and Tobago all my life. And what I can say is this: I am really excited to be part of this business opportunity because I was looking for something. At 53, I started to take stock of my life. I had worked all my years in corporate. I actually worked in an international oil company, got to the top of the ladder, working 10, 12-hour days. And then in 2016, I decided to take a break. I decided to take a break and step back and assess my life. And I actually tried my hand at trading stocks. That didn't work out. So I had to go back out to work in 2018. And I went back out to another oil company. And I share this with you because I want you to understand. I spent most of my life in corporate. My reputation means a lot to me. So the fact that I'm in this business says a lot. And I'm also one who's usually a bit cautious in terms of what I get involved in. One, because of my corporate background. But after working 10, 12-hour days, I said to myself, I've worked hard, I've done things that I didn't think I could do on my own, all while having a job. Could I do that for myself? I say I was looking around at Trinidad and the Caribbean and trying to understand, well, okay, why is it in the rest of the world you see people doing things, internet, building the different kind of online businesses, Amazon, Alibaba, all of this activity happening. And I felt the Caribbean was left behind. So I was looking for something in the technology space. I didn't think I could be the next viral sensation, but I knew there must be something for me. And in 2020, December to be precise, I was invited to take a look at this business. And I went to the presentation, but in the back of my mind, I said, I'm not getting in, right? And so, we're looking for opportunities, but in the back of our minds, we're saying, I'm not getting in. So I went and I listened, and a seed was planted that night. And in April, in the height of the pandemic, I jumped in. And I'll tell you why. This business is just different. They're building a business along the same lines of Amazon and Uber using technology. But also, what's powerful in this business is also the concept of community, how they're using community to actually generate wealth. And that's something that I'm going to share with you as we go through tonight's presentation. So without further ado, I got involved in the business, and here I am sharing with you Boomerang is just different, and why I want to recommend to you that, unlike me, who went to the presentation who's saying, I'm not going to get involved, that you have an open mind. You get a pen and paper out and take some notes, because we're going to be sharing with you something that's exciting, and it's not theory. We can actually show you proof of how this business is generating income for myself and for others on the call. Before we go too far, I always like to start with a disclaimer. We cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our program, information, tools, or strategies. We're also going to be talking about things like Forex and trading. And those markets are volatile. But the important thing is this: we have a system, we have processes, we have people who are achieving tremendous success in the business. And we're going to share with you what we know. And without further ado, let me talk to you about this. Education is key. I saw this quadrant years ago, I think when I first got started. And this quadrant, if you look on the left-hand side here, you will see the E and the S. Those are the people with jobs who are working for money, employee like myself, or self-employed. If you own a business, you're trading hours for dollars. So we work for money. If we don't show up for an extended period of time, the money stops coming in. 95% of the people are on this side of the quadrant, earning and controlling 10% of the income. On the other side of the quadrant are the people, the business owners and the investors who actually found a system and are generating passive income. So on this side, they're actually getting their money to work for them. And they control 5% of the people, control over 90% of the wealth. I saw this when I was just getting started at my job about 25 years ago. And what I want to say to you, it hasn't changed. Actually, the gap between the people who have money and the middle class is widening. Why? Technology and all the different things that are happening with this great transfer of wealth. So just to sum it up, left side, we work for money, so we trade hours for dollars. Right side, the money works for them. Tonight, we're going to talk to you about how you can get from this side of the quadrant to the next, using this new, what we spoke about, the great transfer of wealth, Web3, NFTs, Forex, and a host of other opportunities. And you're going to see how they compare with what we have in the traditional space. So as I mentioned, we're community focused on wealth. And what I have here is some pictures from Prague. I went to Prague at the end of July, so you can see me here. And I met up with some members of our community. You see, our founder is this man here, Mr. Holton Buggs. He is the greatest of all time, a rag to riches story. He wasn't born rich. He got introduced to the network marketing industry over 30 years ago, and he's now considered the greatest of all time. Other industry leaders come to him for advice. And when Holton was starting up this company, you know, a lot of people jumped, left their other businesses where they were making 5-6 figure income to come join him. Why? Because he is the greatest of all time. And he was determined to build something different. He felt the industry of networking hadn't evolved, and he was looking to build something using technology and building a community focused on wealth creation where you can win. However, you got to have belief, courage, and take action. And I just want to share the story, not just of Mr. Buggs, but some of the gentlemen here who are on this call. You see Avinash Nagama here, he's the gentleman here who I'm sitting next to. Avinash Nagama, he's a Black Diamond now. And he was sharing his story on Sunday. We just had a huge conference in Vegas. And he was sharing that he was one of those people who was skeptical, did not believe in network marketing, sat in the back of the room, thought they were all actors who were renting cars, and he didn't believe. But he stuck around, right? When he first got started, he stuck around. He had 5 businesses, so he figures he had a right. And guess what? Now he's a leader in the business, Black Diamond. Why is he in this business? Because of Mr. Buggs. They left the other companies they were with to come and work with Mr. Buggs because he is the greatest of all time. Other industry leaders come to him for advice. Then you have our Blue Diamond, Mr. David Hunt. David Hunt, again, phenomenal leader in this business. He was the one who was always saying, Avi, what if we could get close to Mr. Holton Buggs? And from the time Holton said, I'm going to do something, they jumped on board. They weren't always networkers. David was a professional footballer, but when he got injured on the field and he had to change his career and make certain decisions. So what you're going to see here are people just like you and I who've had success, who've tried. This is not their first foray in network marketing. They've had things that have fallen apart, or as some people like to say, you've had other scams, but why didn't they stop? Because the road to success is never littered with rose petals. There are always failures along the way. But they understood the power of when Mr. Holton Buggs was starting this business, that this was someone that they wanted to be close to. Why? Because whatever he sets his mind to do, he achieves. And I'm going to show you what he's doing in this space and the community that he's created. So our focus is on wealth creation. Big part of that is personal development. You got to set your mind right if you want to be able to attract money. You have to have belief, courage, and take action. And what Holton Buggs is, he is the best at this. If you sit down and listen to his sessions, they are phenomenal. And I am privileged to be part of this group where we get to be mentored by Mr. Buggs. We just spent the entire weekend listening to him, telling us what to do to duplicate and build what he's building in this space. But it's not only about wealth creation. Obviously, we have travel and trade. Travel and trade are 2 pieces of the business, which we've hooked up to our artificial intelligence. And we use artificial intelligence to help support and manage our customers. So you don't have to do some of the things you did in the old space. But let me tell you, when I got involved in this business, all they had was travel. Travel was all they had. I got in the height of a pandemic when no one was traveling because I understood the power of the travel platform because everybody loves to travel. Travel is $1 trillion industry. And what do we do in the travel? Well, we give away free access to our customers to behind the curtain pricing where they could save up to 35%. As an ambassador, I save up to 70%. But when I give my customer this free travel code, which they can use, is theirs for life and it's free. When they access it, and let's say they book a hotel, I don't book the hotel for them. When they book the hotel and they save money, I get paid 50% of what they save. And just this weekend, actually, one of our leaders in the business was actually sharing. She went to a presentation where they were selling this same platform for $65,000. I want you to understand what we have in our hands here. We have in our hands here a travel platform where we give away access that other people are selling for 65,000. Because sometimes when you get something for free, you don't always appreciate it. And I'm going to blow your mind when I tell you the price to get involved in this platform. It's nowhere near 65,000. And I got in just for travel. When he added trading, another $1 trillion industry, that just blew the roof off the house, to put it mildly. Why? Trading for me was a mind changer. I thought I knew how to trade. Remember, I said I started to learn to trade stocks. But with trading and the focus being on Forex, crypto, and NFTs, even if you don't want to learn to trade, you want to learn how to make money in this new world that we're living in. This world of what they call Web3, NFTs, crypto, where you actually have some fantastic passive income tools. But if you don't learn about it, how can you tap into it? And that's what's so important. When I first started to learn with Elevate, the first thing I learned wasn't to trade. I learned the power of compounding, right? I mean, we learn it in school, but we learn to compound on a per annum basis. But in the Forex, crypto, and NFT space, you could compound daily, you could compound weekly, monthly. And that's a game changer. So tonight, I'm going to talk a little bit about the trading. I'm also going to talk about some passive income tools. And, one of the things I love about Holton, Elevate is an educational platform. But what they also do is they create opportunities to earn. So because I'm part of this community, we've been able to tap into some passive income in the NFT space. Don't worry, if you don't know what NFTs are, I'm going to explain it to you in a little while. So we get to also access certain automated tools. There are a lot of algorithms out there. You see it on the net all the time. But how do you know which one to join, which one's safe? Because I'm part of this community, I've been able to access these tools and I feel safe in this space. So let's talk a little bit about Elevate. And recently we added crypto and NFT to the platform. And you will see that we have over 10 professional traders. And it's a legacy building platform. That's important because this can change your life when you learn about Forex trading, teaching you to build generational wealth skill sets. We say chase the skills, not the money. And personal development is important. Trading is 20% technical, 80% mindset. And I'll tell you this, for me, I've been so focused on the technical that I didn't focus on the mindset. But now that I started to focus on the mindset, a week ago made over 20% for the week. And that's because I'm focusing on the mindset. But not only that, because Mr. Holtenberg, our CEO, is also a successful trader. And as a successful trader, Holton set himself a target, a making of $1 million a day. And he hit that target, I think about a month ago or a couple months ago. And guess what? After he hit that target, he's been making $1 million to $3 million a day trading. And guess what? People from other networks are coming and saying, Holton, teach us what you know. And he's the kind of person, he's not going to say, no, that's a trade secret. No, he's actually holding a class where he's going to be teaching people how to trade. But what he's been doing for us in our space is he's been teaching us about mindset. that conference I just came from in Prague. He spent 2 hours, one showing us his trades, his losses, his wins, and then talking about mindset, which is so important. And that has changed the game, not just for me, but for a lot of us in this business. We also have live goal scalping. So we try to stack the deck so that you can succeed. We have live goal scalping for first class ambassadors. So if you join as an ambassador, you can get into a call that David Hunt, who I showed you earlier, twice a day. And what we're doing in that call is we just scalping, looking to trade for about 10 minutes to half an hour to get 1 to 3% a day. Because if you download a compound calculator, you will understand that 1 to 3% a day can change your life. That's how I made my 20%, 1 to 3% a day. And that's the power of what we're talking about here in this space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit more about the NFTs and what we're doing in this space. So Mr. Bugs, once again, he was looking for a solution to how could he continue to build in the passive income space for us. And he got together with some other leaders, multimillionaires in the NFT and crypto space, and they launched Meta Bounty Hunters in February this year. And I want you to listen to that because it's important, because within a short space of time, I'll show you exactly how the project has been performing. So 8,888 NFTs were launched on and minted in 30 days. And that's an amazing record because there are a lot of projects that take much longer time to get their projects minted. We had no celebrity influencers and no big marketing budget. It was minted on the power of the community that we have here in iBoomerang. And sitting here in Trinidad, I was able to get whitelist access to this project because I'm part of iBoomerang. And that's something that doesn't happen. And remember I said I was looking for something for us in the Caribbean. Imagine having whitelist access to this project and many more. So these projects sold for, NFTs sold for $2,000 or US or 0.65 Ethereum. So roughly 17.7 million on the project. Now, most NFT projects, I don't know if you know this, most NFTs, you sell them to make money. And an NFT, sorry, I didn't say this at first, stands for non-fungible token. And that's one of the big things in this new Web3 space you're going to want to learn about. As a matter of fact, I have a video where I share a lot of interesting facts on NFTs. Ask the person who invited you to let you get access to that video. But most NFTs, what you do is you buy it and you hope the price goes up so you can flip it and sell it to make your money. And what they did in Meta Bounty Hunters is we actually changed the game and revolutionized the space. Mr. Buck said to himself, well, you know what? What if you get paid to keep them? Why did he say that? Because he had gotten access to liquidity pools. So, you know, when you're wealthy, and Mr. Buggs, if I didn't mention it, is a billionaire. When you're wealthy, you actually get access to some of the better tools out there. So he got access to these liquidity pools that generate yields. So what they decided to do was take 85% or $1,700 for every NFT that was minted and put it into the pool. And 6 weeks later, they paid out to every NFT holder 1 to 3% Ethereum per week. And the beauty of this project is that all holders got paid, but we also get paid an affiliate reflection. You see, the power of a project like an NFT is the community. So the more people you actually help spread the word and get access to this, and this is an invite-only community, you got rewarded for helping to build the community by getting an affiliate, as well as we do other projects and we get to participate in that. But it's not all about making money. They also have a do-good. So every quarter they vote on what money we want to distribute to do-good causes. And, you know, that's the project is just something that's different in this space. Now I'm going to talk to you. I'm actually going to go to the website and show you how the project has been performing. But I'm also going to be telling you about season 2. Why we're excited. Season 2 is minting on Saturday. And some of us have positioned ourselves to take advantage of season 2 because season 1 is sold out. And to some extent, season 2, the kind of interest we're seeing in the project, it's going to sell out pretty quickly too as well. So let me just go to the website here and actually walk you through. How do you navigate this space of NFTs? You have to have a MetaMask wallet. And what I've done is I've hooked up my MetaMask wallet to the MetaBounties website. And you can see here the NFTs that I purchased. So I have 10 NFTs and I also have an iconic NFT. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. If you look at the reflections that I've collected from day one of this project, so the project minted in February, 6 weeks later, they started to pay us out. I bought 10 NFTs. So literally we started to get paid April, May, June, July, August, September, and just the first 2 weeks of October. I've already been paid 8.075 Ethereum. Now I want you to understand this. I put out 6.5 Ethereum. I've already been paid 8.075. So if you check the maths on that, divided by 6.5, you will see that that's a 124% that I've already been able to gather on my NFT project. But if we look in terms of how the entire project has performed for me, and if I add up my affiliate as well, let's see how the project's been doing. 8.075, because you may know that the price of Ethereum has fallen. Crypto took a hit. Do you know that while crypto was falling, I was actually being paid more crypto? So when crypto was falling and everybody else was saying, oh my God, my projects are not being as successful as I would like, I'm in the red, I was actually making more because they trade, the liquidity pools operate predominantly in US. So when they convert to crypto to ETH, I actually got more ETH. So this project has shown that it can come through tough times. So if you look, and let's add this up, 8075, add 1635, that's roughly 9.7 Ethereum that I've gotten. And if you take 9.7 and you multiply it by the price of ETH today, just to be easy, because of course I got some of my money when ETH was at 1900, 1800. But just for simplicity's sake, that's 12,600 divided by the 20,000 that I put out. That's over 63%. So I've gotten back 124% in terms of Ethereum, and I've made 63% in what was roughly 6 months and 2 weeks. That's amazing. That doesn't happen in the traditional space. And that's what I looked at. When I looked at starting to learn about this new space, the kind of income you generate compared to a traditional investment or traditional project, you know, I was blown away what I was able to earn here. But here's what I did. I decided to rank up a bit. So what I did is I went out there and I bought another project called the Iconic. So one of the benefits of being in the project is that they launched other projects. So I was actually able to get into this other project called Iconic. And I just want to show you, we just got paid out in this project for the first time. And it's really been amazing. So I'm going to connect my other wallet. So roughly what I've been making every month is between $2,000 to $2,400 on the Meta Bounty Hunters project. I then took that and bought an Iconic, which was roughly around 13.7 ETH. I bought it with a friend. That's roughly around $20,000. And for the first month, it actually paid out 2,300 US. So a payout of 11.5%. And what we usually find is that when the project's paying out for the first time, it actually takes a little while to warm up. So we were all blown away by the performance of the Iconic project. And I can tell you, I am very happy with the performance. So you can see here, this is the Iconic, it's 3D. It's all sold out, sorry, but just want to show you the quality of what we've been able to do. And you can see the reflections here. We got paid 1.776 Ethereum, which, as I said, at $1,300 is roughly 2,300. Let's see, 1300 for ETH, right, 2,300 US. Now I want you to understand what I've been able to do is take from going from making 2,000 to 2,004 to now actually getting into the 4,000 category within 7 months. So literally almost doubling my income by investing in other projects. But that's not the only project we're in. I'm going to show you another project. You know, we have one of the big benefits of this business or this project is that we get access to other projects. So now we spoiled for choice. So we have other projects, some of which I haven't invested in, but I can share with you here the Meta Labs NFT. So Meta Labs, this is another project that we have that's actually, for some people, it's actually been delivering some fantastic returns, and it's a much cheaper price point to get in. I have a few Meta Lab agents myself. I'm going to show you a couple of them. I just have a secret agent and I have a field agent. So you can see here the field agent and the secret agent. And in terms of total reflections, you can see here this project started to pay out a couple months ago. So I've gotten paid 3 times and 0.218 in direct and 0.135 Ethereum for affiliate. What I love about this project, if I go across here to the mint, what I love about this project is, one, you have these little field agents that cost 0.18 Ethereum. And because Ethereum's been falling, we actually, you know, my friends and I have been saying, you know what, we got to get some more of these because now it's actually cheaper than when I bought one. It's 234 US for a MetaLab agent. The beauty of the MetaLab agent as well is you can mint it with your credit card. So you don't have to go buy Ethereum. That makes it even cheaper yet. So, and last week when we got paid for the MetaLabs agent, they paid out 23 US for one of the little field agents that costing, if you bought one today, so that means you're getting about 9.8% per month. This project pays out monthly. So I want you to understand what we have our hands on here. We have our hands on projects which allow me to take money that was making 1 to 3% per annum and now make 5 to 8% per month, 9% per month, and 11.5 on the iconic. This has been a game changer for me and for people on the team. I'm very excited, very passionate about it, because remember I talked about getting to the other side of the quadrant where your money works for you. I took money that was literally, you know, I went to the compound calculator the other day and I looked at how long it would take me to make 50% on my returns if I was getting per annum 3%. That would take 24 years. We've been able to earn within 6 to 7 months the same thing that it will take 24 years. And if you don't believe me, let me share the story of one of the team members. So she bought a security back in 2008, and she paid 2,000 US for it. She also has one Meta Bounty Hunter. So this, a month ago, the security expired and she got her returns. So she got back for her 2,000 investment, she got back a total of $3,000. So 2,000 for the original and 1,000 in interest. That took her 14 years to get that $1,000 or 50% return on her project. She'd done the same thing in 6 months on Meta Bounty Hunter. For us, this is a game changer. For those of us who've been lagging behind or where the gap between the wealthy and the middle class has been stretching, investing in this non-traditional space or learning about NFTs, Forex, crypto is one way to actually compress time and take what you take 7 months to do, or you can take 24 years. And that's the power of what we have here tonight, which is why we're so excited to invite you on this call. Now, the thing about this project and everything we do in iBoomerang, it's an invite-only community. So it's actually really a privilege that the person invited you to this call tonight. Because one of the things, we invite people to learn about our success system. And we don't make money by recruiting people. Our focus is on helping people succeed. I know that's what's running wrong in your mind. Remember I said Avinash was the same way when Black Diamond, Mr. Avinash Nagama was the same way when he got involved. But what we have here is a success system. So for people who are willing to work and work hard, you are welcome to join us in this business and invite some of your friends. We're going to help you if you want to sign up for Elevate. You can learn the trading strategy live daily as a first class ambassador. You can be a member of the 5K club. I'm a member of the 5K club. Right now, I'm making close to 8,000. So I'm ready to step into the 10K club. And that's the beauty of it. You can chart your progress, you can put the work in, and you can invest in the NFTs to help actually build your income. So I am making income in multiple streams. I'm making income in iBoomerang. I'm making income in the NFTs and also on the liquidity pools that we have access to. And it's one said liquidity pool that Kelly Hapu, our diamond ambassador, Kelly got access to that liquidity pool as an emerald, and now she's a multimillionaire. I have access to the pool. I only put 6,000 in there, and that was back end of April into May. And that money, when I checked on it in September, was roughly $14,000. So one of the pools had actually almost tripled. And that's just to show you that the power of these passive income tools and the liquidity pool. Now, how do you get access to the liquidity pool? Well, you come in, you build the business, you teach, you follow the success system. At the first level as a Sapphire, you get access to a pool that pays out between 8 to 10%. And if you build the business higher level, you actually could get into the other pool that Kelly made Kelly a multimillionaire and that I've had the privilege to be able to access. How do you get started? I know that's the question you're asking yourself now. Well, to get started, you can get started with a builder package. So the builder packages are coach class, $250, one-time investment. Everything in here is US. Business class, $500, first class, $1,000. So these are your one-time investment. And to that, you add $50 US for a standby kit. So or one of the things when I saw this business, I jumped in at first class and all they had was travel because I saw the power of this business. And remember, I talked about Kelly being a multimillionaire, Avinash Nagamar, these guys, they are, they are blown away by what they've been able to accomplish in this business. And if you want to add Elevate or learn to trade and add Elevate, you're going to have to add 149 US per month for Elevate. Now, your monthly subscription, $99.99 every month. Coach class in the Caribbean is $49.99. But for the other packages, business class and first class, $19.99. And I know some of you are watching this and saying, oh, I don't like monthly subscription. Guys, this is a giveaway. Remember I told you that one of our leaders got an offer to get the travel package for 65,000 US. And they told her, well, okay, if you can't afford that, you can buy in at 35,000, which is kind of like 35,000 for our coach class, where you get access to the same inventory. So you have access to the same inventory for 1,000 US, one-time investment, and your monthly subscription is $99.99. If you compare that to 65K, it's important to understand the value of what you have on your fingertips, as well as you can have unlimited customers on the platform. And if you add Elevate to it, and I recommend you do, because with Elevate, you're going to learn about Forex, crypto, and NFT. And all I can say to you, I joined this business a couple of years ago, and I am so glad that I am part of this community. I've been able to take advantage of things that I would not have done on my own. You see, being part of a community during the greatest wealth transfer is important because we've lived through another wealth transfer, which happened at the start of the internet. You see companies like Amazon, Facebook, all these big companies rose up and they're now $1 billion and $1 trillion industries, companies. Think about it. If you'd been part of a community where you had leaders in the industry focused on making money in that space and sharing that information with you, where would you be now? You see, when we're looking for opportunities, and that was the thing that hit me. I was looking for opportunities, but a lot of opportunities had passed me by. Bitcoin, Facebook, Amazon, all these opportunities. They were there for us to invest in or to be part of, but we didn't have a community of people giving us advice and leading the way. Now I'm part of a community, invite only, where we giving advice, leading the way, and helping you to build that legacy. So tonight, I want to offer you guys to come on board as an ambassador. If you don't want to be an ambassador, fantastic. You can be a customer. You can still buy into the NFTs. There's a lot you can do in this space because we are focused on helping everyone who wants to win. And that's it for me in terms of the presentation tonight. I'll turn off the recording now. If anybody wants to ask a question, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll answer those questions. And oh, you know, one of the things, let me